Welcome everyone, we are the Grin Brothers and we're continuing our playthrough of Chocobo GP.
Hi.
And once it loads, we'll be on ourselves to the final level.
Yeah.
Also, my final birthday present arrived.
That.
Yeah. Chibi-robo. Poor Chibi-robo.
Put to death.
Yeah, he's one of the few. He's got his own figurine. Too bad his series is dead now.
Yeah.
And to think that a huge part of helping to promote could have just happened by just including him in Smash Bros.
Yeah.
He wasn't even there as an assist trophy.
Nope.
Yeah, it would help if his game actually kept a consistent style. But I think, promoting his game's existence via a, Smash Bros. Appearance would also be a big boost. Sure, he appeared as a trophy, but that isn't much.
No.
This is a very Final Fantasy-esque world. It's crystals and tree.
Yeah,
it's literally the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I think this has been in every. That tree's got a face.
Finally, we boiled Final Fantasy down to its essence. Rocks, trees, chickens.
I've been attempting to track them down.
They're surprisingly easy to find. Gotta be honest.
That tree has a face.
Did you notice the
Hey, I've been so lonely! It's been so long since I've had company here! How are you doing?
That is
Yes, amethysts are purple.
There's something of a nuisance. They absorb people's desires, which they then, in turn...
Well, everyone, go look for your jewellery, see if there's any amethysts there, destroy them, or send them to the Grin Brothers. Postcode here!
Racing Hero X has been consumed by one.
By an amethyst.
Oh dear.
An actual serious plotline. Heroes just after money.
Devour mortal desires. Often they will even use their host as a means to this end. The whole purpose of this race.
I could have warned you, but I decided no. I don't like any of you.
Yeah.
Lure them in.
So what was your plan? I kind of nobody was thinking at this point. I'd done such an easy job the others before. I'd just pick it up as a rock, or when he wasn't looking, cave his skull in.
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just eat him.
So, what happens if we get absorbed?
You die.
No longer exist in the world we come from. Whether that can be classified as death or not, I cannot say.
Unpleasant is what it probably stands as.
You get bored by a rock, is what you're telling me.
Individuals consumed by them. This is the last one left.
All I can tell is that all the amethysts I got in my collection keep screaming at me. Ah! Shut up, you!
Hello again.
Wait a minute, Chocobo? Zounds! There's no beast, just Chocobo. You should have just said so from the start.
It's just a chicken! Oh no, a chicken!
Finally! Food!
We see none of these monsters, by the way, aside from the tree with a face.
Yeah, there is a tree with a face, and I don't like it.
Who are you?
Get ready for the long version! So, the Wii /3 SD shop is going to be closing down by next year.
Yes.
Lots of games going off to the wind.
Yeah.
So, I'm actually starting to look through how much space I've got left in my Wii U, because unfortunately the other hard drive I got didn't work. It wasn't, I thought it was one with a plug socket to plug in, but no, it wasn't. It's really hard to find one with 2 plug sockets, because, I didn't, I'd given up trying to find one which was actually directly a plug-in, with the cable and everything. But I figured, so long as it's got 2 plug sockets in, I can just use the USB adapter I've got for, which we got to be able to work the SNES Mini.
Yeah.
Could just use that instead whenever I needed to use it. So unfortunately, I don't have, I can't, generate tons of spare space, but there is some spare space I can generate, and I plan to buy and download a bunch of games. We were making a list the other day, but I'm trying to figure out which ones to do. And there's some games I can delete off the Wii U eShop without any issue. Well, off my Wii U, without any issue. I'm also going to hold off on, starting up either Darksiders or Game & Wario, because, otherwise that would take up more room before.
Yeah.
Luckily, the majority of the games I've looked at don't look like they'll take up too much room.
Ah, Clive's about to commit murder.
Because most of the Virtual Console games are lower in gigabytes. The only ones that become big in gigabytes are the Wii games and such. Admittedly, the only Wii game I looked down for, well, I haven't been able to find it so far, I may download it, was Pandora's Tower, but I don't have enough space for it.
Yeah.
ignore my commands, you actively prevented me from acquiring the most delectable specimen of all. Atla, scum consumed with selfishness.
Told you.
Jeez, talk about rude. I am here, you know.
I thought you wanted me to keep the greedy away.
That's the opposite!
Is there a brain between your ears, Koopa?
I wanted to fight you one more time. Mano a mano.
Also, a line from Final Fantasy V. That's usually when the characters don't know what to say, they just fall back on lines from their own games.
Yeah.
If I just left you in the lurch, I'd look like a jerk for all of history. Thought I'd let
So,
you
like,
in.
Gilgamesh's line, because Gilgamesh in Final Fantasy V, he's a recurring antagonist throughout, sort of thing,
Yeah.
but he warms up to Burts and the others throughout the game.
You mean
and he
Butts?
Butts, yeah. And he decides to help you. I like the sort of about 2/3 of the way in. It's like the last fifth of the game.
Let's race.
They like does his big grand moment to help you.
How much more exciting would it have been if this was turned into an actual like JRPG battle?
We have one overwhelmingly big party against a single moogle.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
Stories come to a finish, Koopa!
How are you going to kill us by racing?
I assume you get tired and then the world just absorbs you because you're exhausted and can't fight off
I'm just going to go with Chocobo.
crystally waves. I brought you all here because you'll be absorbed and charge my crystal!
What if...
I found it off eBay!
What if there was a Final Fantasy game that just had no crystals?
Yeah, someone even asks, have you seen any rocks? What on earth is a rock? What on earth? What's an earth?
Have you seen any, like, shiny, somewhat translucent rocks that glow?
You mean sparkling water? No, rainbows?
Like solid water. Ice? No. Different.
You still got stickers slapped onto the back of your head.
Really?
Yeah, I quite like these levels. It can get a little bit annoying as, you know, playing particularly as Ben because he's so big and so often hit those crystal door things,
Yeah.
even when he doesn't want to, but they're pretty good levels, and I surprisingly managed to beat both these two levels, despite the amount of repeats I had to do for, you know, Golden Saucer and Alexandria Castle.
Mandarin, are you serious? Right now,
He probably used his ultimate. Again, if he walks into a wall when using his ultimate, he's stuck there. He cannot stop. He will just keep charging forever. Until he stops.
I'm going to be honest. Probably not off to a great start on account of the fact that I forgot what the boost and drift button was.
Sorry, my lunch was a bit too long, wasn't it?
I mean, it's not...
I like how ineffectual Shiva's is.
It's not your fault that I literally forgot how to play this game in the space of, like... what, 10 minutes?
No, I was probably about, let's see, I was probably about 20 minutes. Oh, it's just sylphs. Messes up your controls. Oh, there's Atla.
Thank you,
Once
Atla.
the greedy scum ruining everything for everyone. I've sometimes won from coming in from 8th place.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna.
I once, it was a brilliant moment, I once managed to get into the top 4, ruining someone's chances to get into the final 8 of the race by using a full-powered warp at the last second, and they were like right about to cross the finish line and I skipped over them. Man, that must have sucked for that person. Though I've also had it happen to me as well, so...
Okay, I kind of don't like Chocobo's Super.
An X and A. No, B and A together. Okay. I think you've
I've already lost.
Oh, I was about to say, ironically, you could have had a chance to win. You have to beat Race Hero X and he was in 7th.
Oh. I thought I'd already seen him cross the line.
Nah. Unless he's lapped you. Just shoot you. Yeah, Silver Soul.
No, you must place first.
Ah, okay. I thought it was just you had to beat Race Hero X. So wait, the others are throwing you off to the doom? Sorry, Chocobo! Only one of us can survive! I can imagine Sylph doing that.
I can imagine Atla knowing that. Yeah, so my issue with Chocobo's Super is that it negates drifting and ironically gives you control.
Mm.
There we go, I actually got a star.
You also got air tricks to remember.
I know, I clicked the button to do it. It just didn't let me air trick.
Yeah, like, but one game I do plan on downloading, just in case, for the Eventual Wii Wonders review, because I figured it would help with the background work of it. Plan to see about downloading Sin and Punishment for the N64.
Yeah.
Off the Wii U eShop. Yeah, most, then a lot of the other games, it's a case of, I'm not sure which one to go with. Lots of picks and choose. Like, should I download Mario Kart Super Circuit, even though I do own the game on the Game Boy Advance, but on the Wii U I could then be able to record with it, sort of thing. Or instead of Mario Kart Super Circuit, should I just experiment and try about downloading Konami Crazy Kart Races? But I've never played Konami Crazy Kart Races, so it'd be a risk as to whether I'd enjoy it, and I'm gonna have to be spending a fair bit of money. I think that's when I got the money back from the tax office sort of thing. I thought to myself, well, I got like 60 plus quid from it. But I find, well, I can get a £50 eShop card and see what I can spend.
Yeah.
And anything I don't download on the Wii U, I'll see about it via the 3DS. For instance, I may download the second Dylan's Rolling Western game. And perhaps maybe either Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal.
Are you kidding me? How was I meant to react to that?
That I do hate when you like, what the? Oh, the person in front of you.
Atla.
Atla, of course it would be! The scum of the earth!
Yeah, no, I've lost.
And now this is rubbing it in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you predicted it. Atla gets out, leave us all to die!
Literally had...
Very Atla of him.
Literally had that bloody portal spawn on top of me. Like, what am I meant to do?
Perish, I guess.
I can't react to that.
I can't remember where I put it. I wrote it on the back of an envelope. But I know I listed out like the gigabytes and such and put in the watch section for your games. There was a game which I know isn't apparently very good, but I do remember it was British made, and it was a game which felt very Wii U-esque, because it was a horror game wherein one person played as a ghost, and so one person had the TV, the other person the gamepad.
Yeah.
It's like, that's something that could really only be done with the Wii U experience sort of thing. And it was, strangely enough, not common to find games which were specifically tailored with the Wii U in mind. But it turns out I'd already bought the game, but I thought I hadn't, so that's a relief, but... I have never seen this shortcut.
I don't think it's even a shortcut.
I didn't know there was an alternative route here. That's cool. Atla, of course.
Yeah.
The greatest foe is not the villain before us, but the moogle beside us. BB taught us about Doom. I guess he was immune to it because of his super still running. Yeah, I had no idea about this alternative route. It is a little bit misleading when you activate Doom, because it has the same animation as to when you get hit by Doom yourself.
Yeah. I have noticed.
Which is particularly annoying if Sherma happens to have an armor, you cast Doom on her and there's a chance you suddenly get Doom inflicted upon you. Because she reflects it. Oh, armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you all to die. Do you know, that's too much.
Quick!
That's too good. I'm going to kill all of you myself. I will gouge your eyes out with my talons.
Look, feel sorry for Mandarin. He's still running into that wall.
Mandarin kept blocking me by running into a wall. Yeah, I don't want him. You can keep him. When you unlock the boss character.
I mean, it literally is that.
Racing Hero X lost. If I can't win, then no one can. I'm taking.
You're making it sound like I'm not the protagonist. You are. No!
What are you gonna do? Bomb us?
Right out of my mouth.
That was a very unconvincing
I
delay.
also don't booming sound effect.
Wait, did Gilgamesh just...
Yeah, Final Fantasy V. That's what he did to, was it Edith? What he did to the tree.
The wrong boss.
The guy survived, but...
My apologies, Kubo. I mean.
Oh.
I am Neo X. Nay, I am Necroshell. All memories, dimensions.
Oh, you're just a dude.
I can't remember if he's appeared in another Chocobo game. He kind of resembles the green-haired Jesus, but with white hair.
Disappear.
Like, but didn't get this just typical Bishonen style look.
The hidden final boss has finally revealed himself.
Not as if we just witnessed two people die!
Yeah, we just watched Gilgamesh explode and then Amog die.
Well, I like your lines. Don't you realize following through with them means there won't be any greedy people like me left to devour?
That wasn't even an original line.
Do you think your words have sway over me?
No, he makes a point! Hey, tell him he made a grammatical error and leave!
Where am I? What am I doing here?
You finally
I was supposed to be playing card games!
It's a
You
long
also just
story.
exploded.
Never mind, then, Kubo. You could fill me in later.
I have the pleasure of doing that, I wonder.
Good grief. Do you not have any better reaction to self-destruct?
I love this ending. It's very hand time-esque.
Who's that?
The frigidity in your
Very, very hand time-esque. I figured you'd like this.
price over.
Not quite to the same level as a hand
No.
time, but still hilarious.
Follow through on my word.
Mercy, they flipped the script on us.
Does that mean we're the villains now?
Yes,
Like,
Anna,
you
you
were always
always be the
villain.
villain.
That can't be right. Moogles are always on the side of justice, Kubo. The only hero this story needs is me.
Both the Moogles are terrible people.
Hero? What hero?
To be fair, Hero X was possessed.
You're
Yeah,
the
but even
reason
now
why we're
he's
in
kind of
this whole mess.
self-centered and selfish.
Remember any of that, Kubo? More importantly, how dare you take a
How dare you stop my VTubing career!
I shall have my revenge on you at our next race!
Magnificent Moogle bod.
There's something
This is the perfect body. You may not like it.
Chocobo's barely even, like, been involved in this.
He's just there.
Well, I guess I'm Chocobo again.
And on to the very last race. Because unfortunately, despite how the epilogue would be perfect for a final race, and should have had a final race, they decided to keep this as the final race.
It's against generic anime villain.
Mm. Would have been cooler if they just referenced like, here's Ozma! It's just a glowing ball! Ozma! Or if, if they wanted last minute villains, they should have just done Final Fantasy IX's villain, the personification of death. Why are you here?
Yes.
This is last minute side. We don't Kuja the final. Oh, Cloud of. Well, to be fair, Cloud of Darkness was hinted at throughout the entire story.
Yeah. Cloud of Darkness was a...
It's just she finally got to pop out, and then you just start beating her up. Why?
Cloud of Darkness is a boss in one of the Final Fantasy Online dungeons. Because the whole dungeon is just a bunch of references to Final Fantasy 3.
Yes, the most well-known Final Fantasy. Oh, do they have like a tower filled with nothing but super boss enemies, which 99% of all players give up on?
The dungeon is the Crystal Tower.
Ah, yeah, because the Crystal Tower is the reason that most people have never completed Final Fantasy 3, and people just hate it. It is the worst. It's filled with like boss enemies, instant doom spells. It is awful balance. It requires you to grind like 20 levels just to make it even feasible.
Yeah. Of course, this is balance.
But it's the reason why, like a lot of people will say with Final Fantasy 3, almost no one's actually fought Cloud of Darkness because people have never gone up to Cloud of Darkness. So when Dissidia came out, no one knew who the heck Cloud of Darkness was. They're like, oh, we never saw that character in Final Fantasy 3. You would have if it was even feasible to complete the game.
Oh my god, how is Atlas so far ahead?
Atlas, I need to be the winner. Otherwise, we'll die. I'm gonna win. Atlas, why?
I don't know if I need to get first because I didn't read the conditions for the match. But I'm pretty.
It would be funny if it's just a beat Necroshow. Admittedly, I won this in the previous race first time. It was these. I find this level super easy.
I was not prepared for quite so many turns.
I do love how you keep taunting. Oh no.
I don't...
Oh, I think you had it.
No.
Oh, no you didn't. Oh, you have to go first.
Yeah, I beat Atlas.
Atla ruined you. Atla, you're the reason we're all dying! I wanted you to be the protagonist! You didn't even want to be involved with all these people! I just love that sort of like, I will avenge Gilgamesh! Because you're all terrible people! Again, like, very Hand-Time-esque.
Yes.
It's why I wasn't actually super jelly with a lot of the characters, though, ultimately, because, well, maybe because the joke of them being kind of terrible repeated.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's ultimately the, one problem I would truly say with the story. The fact that because of how it's structured, the jokes are too repetitive, but...
Really?
A lot of people are just walking the wall. Titan, you jerk! Yeah, it's really annoying when you get a speed boost. Like usually at like the start of a race. Say usually you're luckily in like the first position, but in the story mode. But like obviously in multiplayer in the GP mode, you can't tell where you're gonna be. But it's really annoying when you get the speed boost, but then your speed boost immediately stops because you speed boosted into the back of someone.
Yeah.
It's like there doesn't seem to be a weight mechanic to it. It's not like just because I'm bigger, I push them out of the way. So everyone just when they hit into each other just bonks.
Thank you, Atlas, for stealing my stuff.
Atla, we're gonna die! I'm stealing your stuff! You're gonna die, Atla! I have stuff!
Use this so I can get around the corners. Okay, I didn't have time to.
Yeah, on a similar note to, how I plan to download Sin and Punishment for the N64, because I've got the Wii game to eventually play when I eventually boot up Wii Wonders as a series again. I like how I was planning to do the same with another code, which I thought was available on the eShop, but apparently isn't. I always thought they did actually release the DS game. I've got the Wii game sequel to play, but I figured, if you're able to provide some content, footage of the original...
Really?
Of the original,
That put you out of commission for so long. And now I get given a shield. That one for
hey, your ultimate though stopped what do you call it?
I don't even know what that was.
Titan's ultimate. I don't like racing against Titan either. His ultimate's very annoying.
Well, I've lost as a result.
Oh, that's annoying. The guy had slowed down there. Someone must have hit him with a long distance thing before. It's kind of funny. You got all these characters of character designs, and then you just got pretty anime boy.
It's also funny that all these people are racing and all they are there to do is to make it harder for you.
Mm.
Like,
no, Chocobo, we want to die!
like, yeah, do you go... Aren't you supposed to be on my team? Did you guys not get the memo? Something that's small but worth noting as well is that the position of the eggs
randomizes.
Yeah.
He had a barrier up. Well, had a barrier at the ready, so he was going to block it the moment you fired it off.
How did he dodge that?
He was doing this, I'm not sure actually. Necroshell, because like, despite how he's a boss character, his stats are pretty much in line with everyone else. He's pure handling. Like, he is, oddly enough, a character who controls really well. His ultimate sucks, I'm pretty sure it's ultimate. Because I've seen like energy swords rain down sort of thing, but they're so easily dodged.
Yeah.
Or like an ultimate copy sort of thing, but... Atla! Go send death to Atla.
Send death to someone.
Sorry, the red sign was just Shiva's.
Yeah, I don't like Shiva's.
I don't mind Shiva's, it's like, it doesn't get rid of your crystals, so... And it doesn't have the knockdown effect of, say, Titan here, which, the time it takes to get up is way too long.
Yeah.
On the plus side, if you do get knocked down when you've got Doom cast on you, it immediately gets rid of the Doom, so you don't, immediately get, like, hit by both. Because in some games, you get hit by one, you then get hit by the Doom stairs effect afterwards.
Yeah.
But in this game, if you get knocked over at any point, Doom just cancels. A small blessing. Shiva, why? We're all gonna die! Atla, why? We're all gonna die!
Oh, you kidding me? Yeah, we've lost. Again. Oh my god. If I was Chocobo, I would actually choke my friends to death.
One more try, or we're gonna end the episode here?
I'm gonna try again.
I mean, we've got still got another episode to record afterwards, but...
Yeah, I know.
Because, there's an epilogue, so... Which is fairly lengthy, so... But yeah, so... I've got the money... Well, I need to get the actual card, but... I've watched... Well, what does it call it? Favorited or listed the ones on the Wii U shop to see about, and I'm basically going to remove spare space I can, and then just download... go through and just have a priority list, and whatever I can't end up downloading just doesn't get downloaded in the end, which is a shame. But I do like Nintendo, but their preservation efforts are horrible, as in non-existent.
Yes.
There really needs to be a rule that after if a game isn't available for sale after 10 or 15 years, the game needs to be uploaded to a historical archive.
Yeah.
Because the same thing that happened to a lot of the old movies of 1900s to 1950s shouldn't happen to video games.
No.
There are a lot of movies that are just lost to time.
And you think, literally have an example to show it happening.
But I guess it's also the viewpoint of video games. Like, for instance, Nintendo, despite how they respect their developers so much, they see video games more so as toys.
Yeah.
But then again, it's I think toys should be put so... I don't think it's a case that, video games should be held in high regard because of art. I don't really like the sort of, think of, the thought process of thinking video games as art, as the big argument. I just, however, think that video games, although they are toys/entertainment, should still be given the equivalent respect.
Yeah, you can't even pick up items when affected by shooters.
But yeah, as I mentioned at part 1 of the video of the series, the funny thing is that Square Enix had just gone into people's good graces with their YouTube channel they've made devoted to their playlists.
Yeah.
And in terms of video games as art, they've actually previously done some pretty interesting things in regards to it. Such as when apparently someone criticised saying games aren't art, they actually gave that person a Final Fantasy art book and soundtrack and said, we're proving you're wrong. Oh, don't click A, because we might as well end the episode here. Before the epilogue with no gameplay, but it should have. It had a perfect saying for a final level and everything.
And I still didn't get to play as the characters I wanted to play as.
Which character was that? Well, we might do a Chocobo GP to test out.
No, I meant they didn't let me play as Irma or Terra. So
we still might have a race because I haven't done any racing.
Oh yeah, but I meant more in the final races.
Cheer everyone!
Like, comment, subscribe for content.
Epilogues.
Epilogue.
Bye!